Oh my God, penguins, I'm alive. I'm alive. Sort of, mostly. I'm gonna look a little bit like ass, I'm sorry. I have been not in the best of conditions. I have been a bit under the weather. Yeah, some of you are like, we have an Xbox Direct? I know, I was surprised too. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if I would be bothering with this that much if the last Xbox Direct they did wasn't such a banger. The last one was actually really good. It showed off a bunch of like interesting new games. I was like, this is actually pretty good. Holy crap. So I'm kind of like, all right. Now there's like a secret game in there or something. I imagine we're going to see some updates for things like we'll probably see the something of midnight or whatever. That was like the frog and the girl and like a swampy, it was like a southern styled game. Expedition 33 will very likely show up here, which I'm actually really excited about. I think the game looks amazing. Four games, 4 studios, 1 quest. Where are they going? All right, what are we starting with here? Oh, we're gonna start with the secret one. Okay. Sea of Thieves 2.
こんにちは、光栄テクモゲームズチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja.
Caleb is going to be very happy about this.
The Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against
So they've got a
chaos
2D Ninja Gaiden game and a 3D one.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Platinum's still alive. God damn. I've never actually played a Ninja Gaiden game before. I remember one of the things about them that they're tough as nuts. Dude, this cyberpunk shit is fucking sick. It's like Ninja Gaiden's future.
Weak.
Yeah, this looks pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here.
There he is. Ha 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 ha.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa.
I got 2 ninjas, bitch.
Execute my mission.
fucking hell. Yeah, man, that's dope.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変
Yeah,
お待たせしました。
it's been a long fucking time
最
since the
強の
last
忍者
one.
となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクショ
That looked pretty
ン忍者
impressive.
ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
How much does
プラチナ
Presti
ゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベ
still
ヨネ
doing
ッタや
stuff?
ニア
Because
オ
they
ートマ
lost
タ
the
な
yeah,
ど
they
素晴ら
lost
しいアクション
Scamia.
タイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。
Dude, we're getting Persona 6 here. If you thought that, you were deluding yourself.
先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきま
This
す。
work gives me Devil May Cry 4 vibes.
邪魔をするわ。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気な雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。
I've never played a Ninja Gaiden game before, but I've watched Caleb Park 42 do speed
今
runs of
作の
Ninja
新主
Gaiden
人
Black.
公であり、はやぶさと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさら
Yeah, I
に
hear they're hard
危機を
as
感
fuck.
じさせる要素として
They're
呪い
not
や
easy
より
games.
混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れるこ
In a
と
lot
で
of
しょ
ways,
う。
they're almost like the original
舞台となる
Souls-like
東京は
games in
とあ
terms
る
of
出来事によって
just
街全
being
体が
like
崩
they're
壊
known
し、
for their
魔族
brutal
や
difficulty.
ヤクモと敵対する勢力が
Not
ひしめ
just
き
the
合う状
action,
態
no,
に
the
なってお
action
り、
is
環境全体が
very character
プレイヤーに
action
牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
This looks pretty amazing, though. I love the
前作よ
aesthetic.
り立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを
I
駆使
imagine
して
clearly
乗り越えていくこ
there's
と
a
にな
lot
り
of
ま
like
す。
platforming and movement.
レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを
ダイナミック
多く追加しました。これら以外にもさまざまなシチュエーションやチャレンジ、隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
So give me an excuse to, I think, finally try a Ninja Gaiden game at least. Probably get my ass kicked.
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜はやぶさに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、
Are all the
新たな
games
キャラクター
considered
や
good, by
シ
the
リ
way?
ー
Are
ズ
all
フ
the
ァンの
Ninja
方に
Gaiden
喜
games,
ん
so
でい
they're
ただ
like,
ける人物も
they're
登
all
場しますの
considered
で、
pretty good, or are they
続報
like,
にご期
is there
待く
like
だ
one
さ
or
い。
two like, ah, these kind of suck?
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらに
Three is
ヤクモ
weak.
が使え
Okay.
る新要
So
素、
funny. So the
結節
one
忍
that
術、
literally came
ヌ
before
エの
this
型
was
を
kind
駆
of
使したダイナ
balls.
ミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一
Which
対
one
他
is
の戦
Ninja
闘を
Gaiden
可能に
Black?
しました。
Is that the first
ヌエ
game
の型で
or the
は
second
これ
game?
までの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。
That's the first
もち
game.
ろん
Okay.
1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、
Yeah, I
緊
thought I
張感
remember
のあ
one
る
of these
フェアな
games
戦
not being
闘
well
を味わうこ
received.
と
So
が
it
でき
was
ます。
actually the last one.
敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。 ヌエの方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
The style of this game is fucking sick.
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整
I
な
will say I
ど
was kind of nervous that
細
when
部
they
にわたり日々議
were
論させていただき、
showing off all the
会社の
developers at
垣
the
根を
start. I
越
mean,
えた
it's
未
cool
知
to
のや
see
り
the
取りをさ
devs
せ
and
てい
stuff
ただいて
behind
い
it,
ま
but I
す。
was a little
本
nervous
作
that
の
this is
主
going to be
人公
like
であるヤクモは
interviews with the
竜と
devs
は
and
一
not
味違
showing
うア
any
クションを用意してい
gameplay.
ますが、
Now they're actually this is
そ
actually
の
pretty
中で
good.
も
They're doing a good
しっか
job
りと忍者ガイデンらしさを
intermixing
感じ
dev
ていた
talk
だけ
with
る
the
と
game
思いま
with
す。
the game itself.
例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
Well, I hope this ends up being one of the good ones.
ヤク
You
モ
know.
そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、
To be fair,
水の落としなど
Koei Tecmo,
シリーズお
that
な
new
じみの
Dynasty
アクションも
Warriors
駆使
game,
しつ
people are
つ
really fucking
新ア
happy
ク
with
ションを織り
that.
交ぜた
Just
新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待
They
く
were
だ
like,
さ
this is
い。
like the best Dynasty Warriors game we've had ever.
忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯応えや
Seems
グレードの
like they're kind of
高いア
like
クション体験の継承、さらに我々
in a bit
プ
of a
ラチナゲー
comeback
ムズの
phase
特
here,
徴
you
であ
know?
るスピーディ
Koei
ーなアク
Tecmo's
ション
always
や
been a
ダイナ
little
ミッ
like
クな演出も取り
in
入
terms
れ、
of quality all
進
over
化
the
した正
place.
当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちくださ
Yeah,
い。
2025 starting off pretty
長
pretty
年に
good,
わたっ
man.
てプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしてい
Oh, wow, it comes out
ま
this
す。
year, too.
続報にも
Nice.
ぜひご期待ください。
Comes out fall. Cool. It's not like they actually have an actual time frame.
さて本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。こちらをご覧ください。
Is this the 2D one? What the fuck? Are they remaking one of the or some? Oh, wait, no. Oh shit. Is this a remake of like Ninja Gaiden Black?
My path leads through the land of the dead.
Oh shit. Caleb is gonna be shitting his pants, brother. Two new Ninja Gaiden games.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
And a remake of the first one.
Genshin, go back to hell.
Oh wait, no, is it the second
All
one?
paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Is this one considered to be the best one? Is it Ninja Gaiden 2? Oh!
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に
Oh, that's
Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレン
It's
ス
a
な
black
表現と
version,
ハ
I
イスピ
see.
ードな
Because
バト
that's
ルを
what Ninja
皆
Gaiden
様にお
Black
楽
was
しみい
a
ただいた
remake
作
of the
品です。
original Ninja
本
Gaiden.
作忍者ガイデン2ブラック
I
では
gotcha.
オリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。
At least I
綺麗なグ
think
ラフィッ
so,
クで
right?
お楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、
It was Ninja Gaiden originally, and then they released another version that was like the ultimate
レーベル
edition
キャラ
of
クター
it
として登場します。
called Ninja Gaiden Black.
そして本作は本日コンソール、
Well, that's
PC、そして
fucking cool.
Xbox ゲームパスでこの後すぐに発売となります。忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
This company's realizing finally just give people what they want.
今年はチーム忍者
Just give
創立
people what they
30周年の
fucking
節
want.
目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうございました。
Oh wait. Did it say Shadow drop today? Sorry. Whoa. Sorry, my bad. You're right. I totally did miss that. Oh my god. Play it right the fuck now. Okay. That's like some fucking hi-fi rush shadow drop. How very ninja-like. This game looks really cool, man. I really like the art style for this one.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape.
Oh, they're the We Happy Few
drama
folks.
and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life
God, the art
creatures
style of this game
that will
is
leave a
fucking
mark on her
awesome.
journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Hey, Mama! You got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Is this like an isekai?
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers
This
her
game's
power,
looking like potentially
the world gradually
a
shifts
Forspoken
into
that was actually
the surreal,
executed
revealing
well.
that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
It's kind of the same, similar concept here.
My salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
I recognize that voice actor.
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around
He's got a
textile
very
crafting
distinct voice.
and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
That's cool.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize.
50 floofs?
The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around? You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflect the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific
It's
thematic.
smart that they're doing it for just
These encounters feature
cutscenes.
multiple
Granted,
phases
you
that
can actually
ramp
see
up
even in gameplay here, she's moving at 60, but you
As the
see her
encounters
actual
progress,
like
the musical
body.
theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight.
It's still moving at that same like
Whether it's to
Spider-Verse
or hugging Molly,
frame
each
rate,
of
you
these
know?
larger-than-life
It's very
creatures is
Spider-Verse
inspired by Southern
inspired.
folklore and lead to climactic battles.
But they were smart not to do it in the actual
We got
game
a
because it would be
long
like
journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds
Very-
as a
they're not-
hero's
not
journey,
pleasant to play a
and
game
as
like that.
Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
Well, the idea is initially stop motion, right? But Spider-Verse really was the one that sort of popularized that in a way that wasn't
At Compulsion
because
Games,
Spider-Verse
we
is
look
not
to
stop
craft
motion,
around
but it
central
emulates it.
We're lucky to
It's
have
actual
talent
real,
across
you know,
all our disciplines
3D
that
animation,
collaborate
just
to give
emulating
South of
that stop
Midnight
motion.
such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. This
game was cool,
We're
man.
thrilled to
I'm excited
announce
about
that
it.
the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on
cool.
Xbox
It's
and
not that far away. All right, what's the next here? I'm gonna bet Expedition 33. Yep. All right. This is actually the one I'm looking forward to the most, to be honest. We'll probably get a date too, for release date for this one.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
This is the first game, wow.
It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers.
Dramatic
and
camera
when he
angles.
described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love,
music,
and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is
God, it really is a
legacy.
small team.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And
criminal
Guillaume and I
documentary
spent 4
camera angle,
years
right?
intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
Let me talk about the
I'm always
composer.
missing something
that everyone else
just gets.
Awesome.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other
Wait, what?
or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Oh, how old am I? I
Know
see.
that Lumiere
So I was
fights
thinking everyone
with
say
you.
F, so I was like, the stream
Tomorrow
drop?
comes Expedition 33.
The characters
Yeah, I'm
all have
36,
their
so
own
I'm hella
motivations
dead,
and
bro.
perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover
There's a-
every contingency.
There's a...
You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a jet troll.
Music,
a
though.
group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation.
Saxophone, though.
They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other jet trolls across the game. Bonjour. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back to
there's
special
like a lot of
stones,
there's
you can
actually a
unlock
lot of
abilities
cute
for
stuff
him
here.
to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
That's smart, you know? If the whole game is just nothing but dark sadness.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition.
It would probably be a
each
bit
of them
much.
has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
Where's Ben's star character? Where's he at?
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction.
Damn, that's so fucking cool
Which
looking.
gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
Oh, it's got
During
like some
enemy
fucking
turns,
Shadow
you can
Hearts
negate
shit
all
in there.
damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with
It's actually
real-time
it's got like a
mechanics
Ring of
took a
Judgment
long
there.
time to get right.
A judgment
During
ring.
initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Maëlle switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Maëlle the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters
I
can
will
also
say the game
equip
definitely
hundreds of passive effects, which
the
in
game
our
definitely
game
needs to be
are called
optimized. So
Lumina.
there's some fucking
Every
huge
character
frame
has
drops.
more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree
moments.
and hundreds of passive effects. They can gain through
And I
Lumina
don't think, I think
weapons.
some of it is the
So there are
stream, but I think
ton of
some of it
builds
is
and
just
playstyle
legit
to
like,
explore.
no, this shit's just dropping
Needless to
frames.
say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Yeah, this is very ambitious for a first game for a studio. Very ambitious.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrels are like. The Gestrel Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. NICO came in a single
first
concept.
Final Fantasy.
I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Destro.
For Escape, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs.
Music.
A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes,
that too,
we've got a world map.
First, I'm talking about the fucking...
And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around.
That's cool.
We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wishlist the game and follow us for more info.
I can't believe they
We
talk
are
about the music.
super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world.
I hope it runs better, man, than some of what I'm seeing. It really is.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us.
That's probably my biggest critique so far is just the
Demain
performance.
viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain
But it otherwise looks really cool,
Tomorrow
man.
comes.
April 24th. Definitely be checking that game out. This is the day before 100 line. Ha ha ha. Fuck. All right, Doom time. I'm in the middle fucking ages, bitch. It's not gonna stop me from ripping your spine out.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words.
He's got a mace. Gonna mace you good.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series.
Dickhead, right?
And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games.
Cool.
But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw. Block. Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual, tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
We're all about parrying shit. You're like, I dare you to hit me. That's
and the
cool.
Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head-to-head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created.
That's cool. Yeah, parry mechanic that's smart.
But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
What the fuck is that? It's like grinding up skulls and firing them as bullets.
Best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines.
Beefy.
Built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
Shrapnel. You got the little head back down there again, too. Doom is always like, they're always like the most video gamey ass video games, which is great, you know? But they've always been that way, and they've never lost it. Which I think is important, you know? They got big goofy icons and shit. Just getting flooded with like, oh, I got my bullets back and everything.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
What the
powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. If that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic
Dragoon section.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
Fucking hell.
And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes,
Fucking hell, dude. These guys,
battlefields, and worlds beyond.
These guys, you always seem like they're on the cutting edge.
Through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield
all
saw,
the Doom games just look
you're gonna
insanely good. And they also, from what I've seen, also run
and
insanely well.
smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new.
Like,
waiting
honestly,
to
compare
be
how this game is
discovered
running
or destroyed.
versus
Now
how
let's take a closer
Exorcist
look
33
at just
ran.
one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out
And
targets
that's a big part
and
of it,
enemy
man.
formations
That's like a
along
big
the
part
way
of game dev.
to engage with
Optimizing these
as
so
you
they
see
run
fit.
well.
With any
It's
gun
probably
you
one of the
choose,
hardest things to do. It takes so much QA.
explore what is the largest play space ever
Jesus.
in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources.
The exploration
You
has
control the
also
pace
been
of the game.
a big part of Doom, which is
Where you go,
secrets
who you
everywhere.
fight, and the objectives you pursue.
I should at some
It's a
point go back and
Doom
stream
sandbox
like,
full of war
because I never
and
actually like fully played a Doom game. I
Once
played a
you've
little bit of
broken
Doom
the enemy assault,
2016,
head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
like very little bit, not much. But I know these games are good. I should like go back and like stream.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline.
Not Mick Gordon, though.
You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend,
Story, yes.
the story of Doom: The Dark Ages,
what everyone
like
cares
everything
about.
else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster
Big.
event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is
Your
shifting.
big muscles
and
are coveted by your
time
enemy.
is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
Cool. What I like about the Doom series is like, Doom
We've
guy's
got
just a
10
dude.
years of
He's
making
really
modern
buff.
Doom games together. And we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make. And make something that's good enough to become
Camera's
the
like,
best
"Stop following
game
me."
id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
Wow, a lot of these games are coming out real soon. Holy shit. You know, they're all coming out pretty much like April, May time. Just Ninja Gaiden 4 isn't coming out until fall. Granted, we still got Ninja Gaiden 2 Black that just came out now.
I cannot move.
This is so You will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting
cool, man.
and spinning wheels. The
All these
combat
games look
system
really
is built
impressive.
around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity.
I wonder if Expedition 33 is just meant to run at 30, you know? It's like capped at 30 or
リング
something.
やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています
Damn, they're all coming around the same time too, though. Fuck. like buy Game Pass, damn it. The end. Well, that was really, I think that was a really good show, man. I think it was a really fucking good show. I think all those games looked really impressive. Ninja Gaiden being back. I'm not even like a Ninja Gaiden like fan, like necessarily like a huge Ninja Gaiden head. I haven't played one before, but this probably would give me an excuse to check it out now. And also excuse maybe to check out Doom too. I'm really excited for Expedition 33 though. Like, I hope that, I think my one thing is I hope the game runs well. That's the one thing. I think that's the probably one of the hardest things for a studio that is clearly new to this, like actual optimization, because they're also going for like a pretty realistic art style. So that's tough, man. And optimizing around that would be very difficult. Yeah, I do hope it's good. It looks fun. It does look very fun. You must be this young to play Expedition 33. That's right. Sorry, if you're 36, you're already dead. You can't play this game, you dumb bitch.